Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam and I talk about all kinds of quilting things here on my channel. And today I'm going to give you guys a little update on my ironing board cover. I told you guys I would do this and it's been a year and a half since I made this ironing board cover. So I thought that's probably enough time to kind of give you a kind of review of how it's held up and if I would recommend doing a patchwork ironing board cover. I have my ironing board right behind me here. If you didn't see my original video where I show you how to make this ironing board cover, I will link that in the description box. Here's the thumbnail so you can kind of see what it looks like. But this, I do step-by-step how to make this ironing board cover, and it's super cute. And spoiler alert, I still do recommend making a patchwork ironing board cover because I just think it adds a little extra whimsy to your sewing space, and we're gonna get into it. So I'm gonna kind of show you up close the seams and the different colors. We're gonna talk about if the fabric has faded and that sort of thing. So I hope you enjoy this video and thank you so much for clicking on it. Let's put the camera over here so you can actually see the ironing board a little bit better. So I just have, this is just a regular ironing board that I got at Walmart, okay? And I use this all the time, okay? I'm not using it every day just because I don't get to sew every day, unfortunately, because I'm busy doing everything else that I do. But I have used this a lot in the last year and a half. Every single quilt that I've made, I have pressed on here. All of my yardage before I sew, I press it. Full disclosure, if I'm pressing blocks, a lot of times I do use my wool pressing mat just because I feel like I get a little bit crisper of a press directly on a wool pressing mat than on my ironing board. Though, on my ironing board, I do have a wool mat underneath my cover. So I do have that, but I feel like I just get a slightly crisper press, especially on that first press of seams with my wool pressing mat. So, but that's just for when I do individual blocks. Then whenever I'm sewing everything together, I use my ironing board. And yeah, my ironing board also doubles as a extra work surface for when I'm packing orders and stuff. So it's a multi-purpose table. But anyways, so I made this ironing board cover for a blog post that I did on the Riley Blake Designs blog, which was very, very fun. I've done that a couple of times and I like working with them. These fabrics aren't really my typical colors, right? So I kind of had to pick what fabrics that they had available to do a blog post on, and then they let me pick the project. And the project that I picked was an ironing board cover because I just had kind of the basic cover that came with the ironing board. I don't even remember what it was. It was maybe stripes, gray and white stripes, something like that. I'm gonna swing the camera around so I can show you close up what this looks like. So the fabrics, I mean, look at these fabrics. They were perfect for an ironing board cover, right? So that's why I went with that and these fabrics. But I'm thinking about making a new one just because I'd like one that's more my style now. And then this can be a backup. I can put this in the washing machine and it'd probably look a little bit better. Maybe I should have done that before shooting this video. But let's just kind of look at it real quick. If you look at my squares, they're all pretty much still square. It might be a little warped. Some of the seams might be a little pulled in a different direction. It's really not that noticeable, but that's just from, this is where my iron sits most of the time when I'm using it. I have the Oliso, I have this iron, so when I'm not using it, I set it down like that, and it has the little feet that raise it up, right? So there's heat still going down onto the ironing board. It's just not sitting directly on there. So this area is a little discolored. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but we just have a little bit of discoloration on the whites in that area, right? And really, as far as fading goes, I don't think any of this fabric has faded. It all looks really great. and I specifically used reds because I was curious what would happen with the reds. Like, would they bleed? Would they fade? What was going to happen with that red fabric? And I have not once had any bleeding onto other fabric. Now, I don't use steam often. I use it once, literally once in a while, maybe once every 6 months or something. It's just not something that I do. If you use steam, then maybe you shouldn't use red for your ironing board cover. Don't risk it, but I just wanted to see what would happen with it. It's such a cute cover. I really, really like it. I think I'm gonna make another one. So I'll have to pick out fabrics and we'll do that in another video here, probably pretty soon. Not really much fading. Also, some of the blues have kind of yellowed a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. I feel like the camera is not picking up the colors, but some of the blues are a little yellowed, not much. And really, I think if I were to wash this, it would probably look better. I had several people asking if when you press something on these seams, if it would press a line into whatever fabric you were pressing. And I never had that happen. Okay. Again, I don't use steam. So maybe if you use steam, you would get a little line. I'm really not sure because probably should have tested that. But I never had any lines pressed in from the seams. And when I run my hand over this, now that I've had this for 1.5 years and I've used it a lot, these seams are incredibly flat. I mean, you can kind of feel it right where the two fabrics meet, but I don't feel the fabrics overlapping in that 1/4 inch seam allowance or anything. It's just completely flat. So that's really nice. So yeah, that was definitely something I wanted to update you guys on because I know a lot of people asked about whether the seams would be an issue. And for me, they were not, okay? So also, I remember when I initially made this, people were very concerned about this not being wide enough, like the edge of the ironing board cover to kind of wrap underneath. But I have had no issue with it just kind of being like this. I do have elastic in here. So there's elastic and it fits snug and it fits totally fine on the cover. Or the cover fits totally fine on the board, rather. I have no problems with the cover coming up while I'm working or while I'm moving the fabric on the board. So I haven't had any issues with it. And just look how cute that is. It still looks basically brand new. There's just that little bit of discoloration where most of the heat is. But I still think it looks quite nice. And it makes me smile whenever I see it, you know? And it's pretty, it looks nice. Yeah, I really love it. So that's kind of the update on the cover. If you think of any other questions that you have about it, please let me know in the comments and I will try to answer that. Maybe I'll make a short to answer any extra questions that I get. But all in all, I would definitely recommend making an ironing board cover. It's kind of it's a quick project. You can probably get it done in a day, maybe 2 if you take a little bit longer. And it just really adds, you know, some fun playfulness to your sewing space. The tutorial that I did for this cover, you can use it for any size ironing board, okay? So you don't have to have the exact same one that I do. I show you how to use your ironing board as the template to make your piece. I really enjoyed making it. It's very cute. I love it. And I'm looking forward to making another one. And I'll probably do another patchwork one. I don't know if I'll just do squares like this one, or maybe I will try another type of block. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, because I feel like maybe using half square triangles, those seams might be a little tricky because those are on the bias, so they might be more prone to stretching and warping, but that would be an interesting experiment to do. So maybe I will do that. And you guys know I love half square triangles. Anyways, that is the update for the ironing board. Now, just real quick, I want to remind you that we are doing a sew along for my pattern Cozy Picnic. That's this pattern, if you have not seen it. And that is starting on May 1st, okay? So that is our first First day where we'll talk about fabric selection and cutting our fabric. Okay, so that's going to be the first week, just in case you haven't picked fabrics for it yet, or if you want some pointers for future projects, or if you're planning on making this in the future, that'll be there for you. Okay, so that is May 1st. Okay, so just a couple of weeks from now. And let's see what else. I did do several kits for the quilt along, and I sold out of my first wave of kits, but I've gotten more fabric in. So by the time this video goes out, which will be Friday, April 16th, I'm going to have more kits available in the shop, okay? So if you want to check those out, I'll leave the link for the kits down in the description box, okay? And I'm going to be working from now till when that video goes out to get those kits up in the shop, so they are available for you if you would like to get them. And I will get those shipped out as quickly as possible this coming week to make sure that you have it in time for the quilt along. Okay. And still remember though, that first week is just fabric selection and fabric cutting. So even if you get your fabric a little late, you'll still have plenty of time to catch up and be able to join in on the quilt along. But I think it's going to be a really fun quilt along. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to just being able to sit down and make a project that I know I enjoy making, because I've made this quilt a couple of times already, and it's gonna be good. You noticed I did not do a video last week. I've had a lot going on in my personal life, so I just have not had the energy to do a lot of my regular work. I've tried to keep up with orders and get things shipped out, just because that's important to do for the business. But everything else, it's kind of been pushed to the side. So if you've sent me an email in the last few weeks, or commented on something, or sent me a message and I haven't replied, I am not ignoring you. I was having a little bit of a hard time. Things are better now, but it was just, I was having a hard time. But it's better now and things are looking good, and we will move on from there. Okay. Next week's video, I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be some type of sewing project, because I really just want to jump into something, because I know I talked about this maybe like 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago now, that I feel like my creativity has just gone down the toilet, and I just haven't had, I don't know, that spark to make something really fun. I was really hoping to really get into some projects in April, and then just other things happened and I just haven't been able to, and it's really wearing on me. So I'm really hoping that this next week I can buckle down, do a fun project, kind of gear up for the quilt along, and I think it's going to be good. I still am working on, I haven't done work on it in the last couple of weeks, of course, but I am still working on a new pattern for you guys. It's going to be a free pattern, and it's really, really cute. I'm very excited to show it to you, but I'm going to wait because I want to have at least the quilt top done before I show it to you. Maybe I'll be able to show you next week. We'll see. But anyways, just thank you so much for watching this. If you have any questions about the quilt along or about the ironing board, please leave them in the comments below, and I will probably try to make some shorts answering specific questions, because I feel like that would be helpful, because you might have a question, the other people might have the same question, or you might come up with a question they didn't even think of, but then they thought, that's a good question, right? So I think I might try to do that with videos moving forward and kind of see how that goes, just answering questions that way. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you very soon, okay? Bye.